Welcome to Phoenix Raceway. Here today will be the final race in the round of 8, penultimate race in the season. The race that decides who makes the championship and who does not. 40 cars take on this track today. See who can take home the prize, the victory, and hopefully have a chance at even the bigger prize next week, championship. Here are your round of 8 point standings. Going into this race, Jimmie Johnson, Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, and Tony Stewart are your leaders in the point standings, with Kevin Harvick not far behind, and Carl Edwards, Jeff Gordon, Kurt Busch basically in must-win situations, or at least need a really good finish and a lot of help. On that note, here are your ones to watch for today's race. David Ragan is a surprise pole sitter, not someone you really expect to qualify up front. While, as aforementioned, the 18 and 48 cars are basically leading the point standings right now. Casey Kane was our winner last week. Can he repeat, go back to back? And Edwards, Gordon, and Kurt Busch need really, really good days, and even more so luck to advance. Here's the starting lineup for today's race. David Ragan and Tony Stewart, row 1. Kevin Harvick and Joey Logano, row 2. Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Kyle Busch, row 3. Jimmie Johnson, Ryan Blaney, row 4. Row 5, Clint Bowyer, Jamie McMurray. Row 6, Danica Patrick, Matt DiBenedetto. Row 7, Kurt Busch and Paul Menard. Row 8, Casey Mears and Jeff Gordon. Row 9, Lennon Castle and Cole Witt. Row 10, Carl Edwards and Trevor Bayne. Row 11, Denny Hamlin and Jeb Burton. Row 12, Sam Hornish Jr. and Brad Keselowski. Row 13, Austin Dillon and Casey Kane. Row 14, Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Larson. Row 15, Matt Kenseth, Greg Biffle. Row 16, Michael McDowell and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Row 17, Brett Moffitt, Justin Allgaier. Row 18, Eric Almirola, AJ Allmendinger. Row 19, Ryan Newman and JJ Yaley. Finally, row 20, Michael Annett and David Gilliland. And that means that Regan Smith, Bobby Labonte, and Ty Dillon have missed this race. Here are your keys to today's race. 18 laps in today's race. It's the cutoff race before the championship. Will panic set in with some of the drivers who are in basically must-win situations or just desperate to make the final round. Let's find out today, because the green flag is out here at Phoenix. Only 18 laps remain before we'll find out who's in our championship. We see David Ragan has cleared Tony Stewart, although now Tony Stewart's going to try to make a pass on David Ragan, who managed to lead the first lap. Looks like Tony Stewart's going to try to get past him on the inside lane. Barely anybody can do that, but it seems he has a way better car than David Ragan does anyways. We see Dale Earnhardt Jr. up to third now up to second on the inside of Joey Logano. Logano clears Ragan. They're still going 3 wide back there in the back. David Ragan just clearly does not have a good enough car to stay up front for long. So you see they're starting to go back down to double file here. Big crash! Crash on the backstretch. Kind of hard to remember it as the backstretch, honestly. This has some serious playoff implications, as Tony Stewart and Kyle Busch were both playoff drivers. Red flag is out. Here is the replay of the incident. Looks like Michael Annett tried to clear himself in front of Tony Stewart to stay on the lead lap. Well, not really, actually. Junior was past him. It looks like it's just a little too late to do that coming out of the corner. Stewart had the advantage. They started spinning, nowhere for Logano and Busch to go. This very well could take out Tony Stewart and Kyle Busch, which is exactly what drivers like Edwards, Gordon, and the other Busch, Kurt Busch, needed. So we now have 4 drivers out of the race. Here we're coming back around to the choose rule. For the first time today. Possibly the only, but we'll find out if that's the case. And it looks like there are not going to be any penalties this time around. Here's this week's sponsor of today's race, Upper Groove Racing. Link to his channel in the description. Also a shout out to Nascar Community Cup Series. Alright, we're back and ready to go green flag racing. Lap 6 here at Phoenix. You see they're going through the white, and Kevin Harvick. Another playoff driver. Hits the wall. These are some serious playoff implications today. It looks like Kevin Harvick is okay after that hit into the inside line. He's going to be pretty annoyed with Ryan Blaney after that, as he just got underneath Kevin Harvick, who went a little up the track at one point. Kevin Harvick tried to come back down, but got into Ryan Blaney. Massive hit there in the junction between those two portions of the wall. It makes 3 drivers be out of our race. Kevin Harvick now is going to need the 3 drivers of Kurt Busch and Carl Edwards and Jeff Gordon to all do really poorly, or else he's going to miss the next round. Although, as it currently looks right now, it looks like he's basically been eliminated with that crash. Alright, we're back and ready to go for the green flag here at Phoenix. Lap 18, or 8 of 18, almost halfway through this race. We're on board here with Jimmy Johnson as he takes the lead. But it looks like Clint Bowyer's going to have something to say about that. He's charging on the inside here of Jimmy Johnson. So he's going to try to take the lead, but that outside lane on the backstretch will prevail for the time being with Jimmy Johnson, who will lead the lap. Looks like Clint Bowyer's going to try to make a move to the inside here in the corners. And he does in fact clear Jimmy Johnson on the outside. And we have another crash on the backstretch. It appears Matt Kenseth this time got sent into the wall by Eric Almirola in that 43 car. Here's the replay of this incident. Not entirely sure what happened here. Looks like maybe the 43 got into the 20, maybe the 20 got into the 43. I think it's safe to say that this is just one of those situations where 2 drivers got into a bit of a collision with each other, and one of them got the worst end of the deal. So we're now up to 6 drivers out of this race. This race has been a little more chaotic so far, it feels at least, than the original Phoenix race we had earlier this season. Here we go, choose rule comes into play once again. Clint Bowyer taking the inside lane. That should be the line he needs going into turn 1 on this restart. Momentum to clear Jimmy Johnson. We have a penalty though for Dale Earnhardt Jr. commitment line violation. Does look like he actually did miss it a little bit there. Going into the choose roll. Might have to look back at that one. Anyways, on lap 1 we had the start of our race, which was the finale of this round. On lap 4 we had the first of many incidents in this race that had some playoff implications. Tony Stewart and Kyle Busch being taken out in this one. Lap 6, our third of currently 3 playoff drivers to have accidents, had his Kevin Harvick here at the restart on lap 6, got into Ryan Blaney and around he went. And then it looks like Matt Kenseth got a little bit of contact from Eric Almirola. Probably shouldn't say he blew a tire. Whoop. Oh well. Whoops. Anyways, we're back in our green again. here at Phoenix. 12 out of 18 laps to go. Will this be the final restart? Let's find out. It looks like Jimmy Johnson's going to take the lead over Clint Boyer. Clint Boyer gets stuck in the middle, falling back already like 5 spots after just the first lap. Looks like Carl Edwards and Kurt Busch are going to take over the front 2 spots, with Carl Edwards temporarily maintaining the lead over Kurt Busch. Though it now looks like Carl Edwards is in fact going to be able to clear Kurt Busch coming out of the corner, but no. Actually, hang on. Kurt Busch, it looks like, it's actually going to be on the inside of Carl Edwards here. Kurt Busch is going to lead lap 14. 4 to go left in this race, and it looks like they're about to approach lap traffic for the first time today. Second time, actually. They're going to get past a bunch of cars for the first time today. We see Jimmy Johnson now has managed to make the pass on Kurt Busch down the back stretch. Only 2 to go now, with Jimmy Johnson maintaining the lead over Kurt Busch. The 3 drivers that need a win to guarantee their place into the next round, or at least a really good point stage just to advance, are currently in positions 2 through 4. Will Kurt Busch make a move on Jimmy Johnson here? He's going to try to dive into the corner, but he's not going to be able to make enough contact there. A little bit of contact there. They're going to be side by side coming across the line, but Jimmy Johnson will be the one who wins this race, with Kurt Busch having to wait to see if he can advance with points. You see, Jimmy Johnson has punched his ticket into Homestead, being the first playoff driver this round to win a race. Here's a replay of the final lap and of the finish of this race. Kurt Busch set himself up basically as well as he could here, going down the backstretch, and after turns 1 and 2, he tried to make some contact to slow down Jimmy Johnson, but it just wasn't enough, as Jimmy Johnson wins by a little over a tire length over Kurt Busch. Here are your official results. The top 5: Jimmy Johnson, Kurt Busch, Carl Edwards, Jeff Gordon, and Clint Boyer. Positions 2 through 4 still being the 4 drivers who needed a win to guarantee their way into the next round. Will this be enough of a good points day for those drivers? So we're about to find out here as we get to the end of the official results list. Here it is. What we've all been waiting for. Jimmy Johnson, Denny Hamlin, Kurt Busch, and Carl Edwards will be, after 14 races this season, the 4 drivers who compete for the great trophy at the end of all of this. Here are the rest of the point standings. You see Jeff Gordon, one of the guys that we thought this season would be one of the contenders after being just so consistent all year. Does not manage to make the championship race, but does maintain currently the 5th position in the points. You see further back throughout the field, a few ties still in points here and there, but not many. Our drivers like Ty Dillon and Bobby Labonte and Regan Smith all took disadvantages from missing a race as they've fallen back more into points. That's not really important though, they're just back markers. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed today's race. Our next one and our final one for Season 1 will be at Homestead Miami Speedway. Sorry if my commentary's been a little off today, it's been a long day. But anyways, hopefully you'll come back and join us next time. Congratulations again to Jimmy Johnson and his sponsors. Have a great day.